The biggest mistake that I see first generation law school admission applicants make is they lack a why they want to go to law school, they lack a clear vision, they lack faith, and they are not prepared. I'm going to talk about those four components on how that's going to help you have a winning foundation to successfully get into law school. And I'm not just talking theory either. These are the same four principles I use to successfully go to law school. The first principle, knowing your why. I often talk to people in this process and they don't have a clear why as to why they want to go to law school. This principle is important because there are going to be times in the law school application process where you may get tired, you may feel defeated, you may feel discouraged. And what's going to keep you inspired to keep going is that foundational why principle. And so before you even apply to law school, before you even start the process, you need to have a clear why you're doing this. For some, it may be money. For some, it may be you have experienced an injustice or you have seen someone experience injustice. You want to help right that wrong. Whatever it may be, it has to be personal to you to keep you going throughout the process. Because life is going to test you during this process, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. But that why has to be strong enough to get you through the ups and downs, the smiles and the frowns. So that's the first principle, having a clear why. The second principle is having a clear vision. You need to clearly map out, whether it's in writing or electronically on a Google document, have a vision for the entire process. You need to know the 5 basic requirements of how to apply to law school. The law school admissions test. Some schools take the graduate record examination, also known as the GRE. You need to have a resume, personal statement, letters of recommendation, and a bachelor's degree in any major you desire. And under those 5, you need to have a vision of the instructions to complete each of those 5. And I'm not just talking in your mind, but you need to physically write it down so that you can know each step of how to visualize the process. And when you go to any law school's website for their requirements, you'll be able to see exactly what they're looking for under each of those 5 umbrellas. And then that will help you start to visualize, okay, this is the law school admissions test. What scores have they historically admitted the most? You'll be able to see all those statistics. You'll be able to see how much the law school admission tests cost. You need to have a vision for when are these tests administered. It's so many things that you need to have a vision for before you just jump right in and start trying to apply to law school. So first you need a why, and then you need a vision for each step of the process. Having a vision is important because you don't want to run hard in the wrong direction. You want to spend more time thinking first before the actual application of the process. The third principle that I see students, especially first generation students applying to law school, lack is faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen, which simply means you have to believe that you're going to get into law school even before you apply. This is important because you're going to have family members, friends, not on purpose, but they're going to question your reasoning as to want to go into law school. They're going to ask you all the time, like, how things are going. And they may unintentionally sprinkle doubt into your mind about the whole process. People are going to say, oh, how are you going to pay for it? You know, no one in our family ever graduated from college, let alone law school. These are all just sprinkles of doubt to deter you from your winning journey. So you have to believe that you're already going to get into law school. And that was something that was super helpful for me. I had no doubt that I was getting into law school and no one could tell me otherwise. And you have to have that same unshakable, unwavering faith that you're going to get into law school by any means necessary. So that's the third principle. You have to have faith. Believe that you're going to get in. And the fourth principle is preparation. A lot of first generation law school applicants lack the preparation because they just simply don't understand what it is they need to prepare for. They don't understand that they need to financially budget out how much it costs to take the law school admissions test. They don't understand how to research how much an application costs per school. They don't understand how to set up what's called the Law School Admissions Council portal, where all of your requirements, your degree, your resume, your personal statement, letter of recommendations, that's where it all goes into. And this portal sends out your application to the respective law schools that you want to apply to. But it's not your fault. You just simply didn't have a roadmap. And I didn't have a roadmap either. And that's why I'm creating this video just for you. At the R1 Winners Foundation, we help first generation law students understand that applying to law school isn't hard. It's just something you're unfamiliar with. And we take you step by step, coaching through the process, helping you make sure you have a vision for the process. We encourage and instill faith in you through the process. We help you prepare for the process from the beginning all the way through the end. If this is something that interests you, please set up a initial conversation by sending us a direct message or visiting our website so that you can learn more about how to win by having a strong why, how to win in your vision, how to win in faith, how to win in being prepared. And this lays the foundation and framework for your winning journey. And these are the same principles I used to successfully get into multiple law schools. I hope this video helps you. I hope it blesses you. If you have any comments, any questions, feel free to send me a direct message or put them in the comment section. Look forward to talking to you soon on your winning journey applying to law school. Take care.